Hello, 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 everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalina Diva, the Purpose Driven Diva, and I am so excited to go live tonight. All right, so shout out to everybody in YouTube land. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. All right, shout out to everybody. So let me hop into it. All right, you guys, if you are tuning in and you're watching the replay, just do hashtag replay. Let me know that you're tuning into the replay. Those of you who are here live, you know how we roll. Make sure you say hello. Don't be rude. Say hello. And let me know which city and which state are you tuning in from. Okay. So those of you who don't know me, I am Shalina Diva, the Purpose Driven Diva. And I show my clients who are predominantly women how to discover, invest, value, and appreciate their lives and business. And specifically, my company, it's called Best Selling Gear. What we do is we specialize in helping online or virtual coaches, speakers, and consultants who want to take what they know, whether it's the formal knowledge they've gained from their education, if it's the skill sets they've gleaned from being in the years of corporate America, or if it is the valuable life lessons that they've learned, we show them how to turn that into a profitable online coaching business. And we do that by helping you to build a profitable personal brand, content marketing that positions you as an expert and gets you paid. And finally, the digital products and services that where you package up your knowledge and what you do. So enough about moi, enough about me. We're going to get into tonight's lesson. So all right, y'all came up in here fast. So we have Robin. Shout out to Robin. Robin says hello. We have Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa helps you to make a documentary and shows you how to put it in movie theaters. Just putting in that there. All right. We have Sine. Hey, Sine. She's from the ATL, holding it down. She can help you with all your computer stuff, right? All your technical. And so Robin is from Atlanta. Lisa's from Chicago. All right. So we have them in the house. So what am I talking about tonight? Well, I am so glad that you asked. Okay. Tonight, we're going to talk about how our new coaches, speakers, and consultants, online speakers and consultants, how you guys can market your products and services. So before I hop into this, how many of you that are listening, how many of you are like, listen, I need help marketing my products and my services. And listen, I'm struggling. How many of you are on a struggle bus when it comes to your marketing? If you're on a struggle bus, please type bus, B-U-S, so I know what I'm dealing with, all right? Type bus, all right. Hey, Kirsten, she is from Greensboro, North Carolina. I went to Duke in Durham, North Carolina, so kind of in the same neighborhood, right? So shout out to Kirsten, all right? So Robin says she's on a struggle bus. How many of you are also on a struggle bus when it comes to marketing your products and your services? If you are, please type bus so I know what I'm dealing with. So Robin's on the bus. All right. I guess Robin's the only one that's on the bus. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So for those of you who are like, listen, I need help marketing my products and services. Those of you who are watching, what I want you to do is I want you guys to kind of tell me, what are your ideas or what do you think marketing is? Because I think for a lot of you, you think marketing is one thing and it's really something else. And if you knew exactly what marketing was, you would do more of it. How many of you agree with that? Like if you knew more about what marketing was, you would do more of it. All right. Okay. So Sine says, listen, she is on the bus and you are more than welcome for the shout out. You are more than welcome for that. All right. So here's the deal. When a lot of people think of marketing, the first thing they think of are like commercials, TV ads, radio ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, right? You think of like paid promotion. That's what most people think about when they think about marketing. Okay, I got to get my business cards. I got to go to all these networking events and stuff like that so I can market my product or service. But I'm here to tell you, for the online coaches, speakers, and consultants, the people who want to do what I do and do it well, the thing is, you don't have to pay for marketing. When you're first getting started, you do not have to pay Facebook ads. You don't have to pay LinkedIn. You don't have to pay Instagram. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And in fact, I actually caution new coaches not to invest in Facebook ads right away. How many of you are shocked by that? Like, what? She's saying don't invest in Facebook ads right away? Yes, I'm telling you, do not invest in Facebook ads right away. So yesterday, I am spilling the marketing tea. I'm spilling it, okay? Do not invest when you're first starting out. Do not invest in Facebook ads or Instagram ads when you're first starting out. And here's the reason why. Many of you, when you're first starting out, you don't understand really truly the value that you have in the marketplace, and you really don't understand the transformation that you provide for your clients. So if you don't really understand what the value is that you bring and the transformation that you bring about, you probably aren't charging adequate pricing, right? You probably don't know how to articulate. How many of you know how to articulate what you do? How many of you know how to articulate succinctly? They say the elevator pitch. How many of you know how to succinctly articulate what it is that you do in your business to help people? A lot of you struggle with that because, quite honestly, some of you are just in the phase where you hire coach after coach, you get on webinar after webinar, you read book after book, you watch YouTube video after YouTube video, and you never implement anything that you learn. So you never put into practice the things that you are learning. And because you're never putting it into practice, because you're not going out there asking for the sale every day, how many of you ask for the sale every single day? How many of you have something to offer and you promote it every single day? If you do, type day, D-A-Y, in the comments. If you do not, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to fix that. But here's the deal. Many of you don't even promote what you have every single day. So you're not making consistent sales. You're not getting your stuff in front of the right people, and they're not trying it. So you're not really bringing about a transformation. So many of you have no clue really how well your product or your service works or it doesn't work. The way to solve that is you have to get people to know about what you have and then be willing to trust you enough to invest in it and to buy it, to try it, and then for them to bring about a change. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to back all of that up. I'm going to go back from the beginning because all of that has to do with marketing, because there's no need for you to waste money on Facebook ads when you don't really know what you have. And once you do run your Facebook ads and people do find out about you, how are they going to stay connected to you? The key is content marketing. Many of you do not have a content marketing strategy. And so a lot of you, when you think of content, you're like, I don't know about content. Listen, content is literally anything. Content is a video. Right now, I'm doing a live stream. That's content. Content can be a regular social media post that I post. That's content. It can be a picture that I put on Instagram. That too is content. It can be a podcast. That is content. It can be a blog post. So content is anything that you create and you put out there. You guys should be making content that is purpose driven and is supporting your sales goals. Like this week, I am encouraging and imploring everyone who would like to build their online school. So my online coaches, speakers, and consultants, those of you who would like to build an online school where you can streamline everything, right? All of your courses, everything is in one place. You can get paid all in one place. I'm telling you guys, like, listen, join this online school because on Saturday, I'm shutting it down and I'm not admitting anyone else. Like, this opportunity to join me at 247, it goes away. So all of my content this week is to get in front of the people who I know need this school, but then it's for me to educate you and to help you with problems. So all of my content this week, all of my live streams, they're all about problems that my ideal clients have. Excuse me, my ideal clients have. I'm going to give you some tips to solve it. And then from there, I'm going to invite you to join my my online school. So that is how content works. So some of you may say, hey, Stevie, what's up, Dr. Stevie? That's my girl. And so Lisa says implementation is important. Yes, implementation is important, right? So here's the deal. How many of you struggle with creating content? A lot of people struggle with creating content, and if you struggle with creating content, you're going to struggle with sales, because the content is what keeps the people engaged, and your content should do two main things, right? This isn't a really sexy topic tonight, okay? But this is the topic that gets you paid, and this is what separates the higher paid coaches from those who are struggling. If you don't understand the importance of content marketing, so those of you who are here, good for you. You're really going to get the good stuff. So your content should be problem-based, which means Your content should be talking about the problems that your ideal client has. You know how I said, I want people to enroll in the online school. Great. I want them to enroll, but I have to talk about the problems and the issues that they have. Let them know that I understand. And most importantly, I have the solution, and the solution is this online school. You should be able to create content like that, which can identify the problems that your ideal clients have. And you want to talk about one problem per piece of content. One problem per piece of content. And a lot of my clients, hey, Sammy is from South Africa. South Africa is in the house. Everybody shout out Sammy. South Africa is in the house. Whoop, whoop. So the trouble that people run into is that when you do create content, even if it's problem-based, y'all are trying to put like 5 issues into one piece of content. So your blog post, instead of you focusing on one thing, one issue, you were trying to put 5 things in there. And so it's like, we don't know what to focus on. And then, the name of the game is going deep, being specific and go deep with one thing. The problem is too many of you're trying to do everything, right? You're trying to talk about everything. You're trying to help everybody. And when you do that, you're going to run out of content to create because you put everything into one piece of content. And then the sad part is nobody's reading that blog. Nobody's reading your social media posts because it's too much. It's too much. So this is what I want everyone to adopt, right? I want everyone to adopt this, right? One problem, one post. One problem, one video. One problem, one podcast. Because when you think about all the problems that your ideal clients have, right? When you think about all the problems they have, and you can, pinpoint one problem. And let's just say some of you, your people deal with depression, right? Depression is a problem that they have. Okay? Depression is a problem that they have. So remember, I missed this point. Your content is supposed to do 2 things. It's to position you as an expert. Some of you may say, well, I'm not an expert. Well, actually, you really are. When you think about what you're doing, like you study, you go to workshops, you eat, sleep, and breathe it. So when it comes to building an online coaching business, I'm an expert. And I study every single day to become better. So your content should position you as an expert because we trust experts. And it should help you to easily sell your products and services when you have the proper formula. So let's say you deal with anxiety and depression. Shout out to my girl, Kelly Diana. That's what she does for her tribe called the Green Heart Community. So when you think about depression, you could be like what Shalina Diva said, one topic, one post, meaning in that one post only talk about depression. But when you really know your content, you understand that when it comes to depression, you can break that down into 5 things about depression. How does it start? Right? How do you recognize it? How do you recognize it? Like, what are some of the problems that you may face when you're dealing with it? How do you seek help? And then how do you maintain or how do you live with depression? I just took one thing and I just broke it down into 5 interesting topics that you can now write a blog about, you could do a podcast about, and you can create a video. So I took one topic, depression, and then I said, wait, what's the cause? Becoming aware of it. What's the cause? Becoming aware of it. Was it seeking help? Whatever it was I mentioned 5 things, right? I mentioned 5 things. So this week we're going to talk about depression, y'all. On Monday, we're going to talk about what causes it. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about this. Everything is related to depression that week, right? And then within that, this person can now say, okay, I'm going to write a blog about what causes depression. Then I'm going to do a podcast or a short, those short 10-minute podcasts. I'm going to do a 10-minute podcast on what causes depression. And then I'm going to do a YouTube video on what causes depression. You've taken one idea. Now you've turned it into 3 pieces of content. So now you can be on YouTube. Now you can be on Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever else, when you have the Twitter with the written, right? And then now, so you have your podcast and you can do a podcast. And that is how the people who are on top, that's how they stay on top. And that's why it's like, dang, you look at people like Gary Vee, you look at people like Eric Thomas. That's how you have to begin to think about your content. And you want to place it everywhere your people are. So I know I just said a mouthful, But did you all get what I just did? You have to become good at, okay, the main thing is depression. It's a lot that goes into depression. Break that down into 5 things. You now have 5 days or 1 week, Monday through Friday worth of content. And now you know written, audio, and visual. So you can do a video on it, a podcast, a short video, and now you can like write a short blog piece about it. So then now people are like, dang, man, Robin, she is everywhere. She posts all the time. Dang, man, Stevie's everywhere. Dang, man, Shalina Diva's everywhere. They're always posting. It's because they don't, first of all, I'm not their coach, but they don't know how to break down topics. And they don't know that you should only put one topic in one piece of content. Did anyone catch what I just did? I know I was probably like, ah, but this is what I do. Did anyone catch that? So Robin is saying one problem, one post, one video, one podcast, right? The official crown of Teresa Organics. I need help with this. Thanks for the live. You're welcome. All right. Phoenix says, yes, repurpose. All right. Lisa says, got it. So if you got it, put got it in the comments. So shout out to our YouTube people, and you see the comment and you see the red and the white. That's from YouTube. Shout out to the official crown of Trusted Organics. That sounds like a really interesting like health hair care line. If that's what that is, shout out to that. Drop your website in the comments. I would love to flash it. Okay. All right, you guys. So all right. So Lisa says she got it. Robin says she's got it. Now, those of you, when you start to look at content like that, doesn't it make it less overwhelming? And now it becomes a matter of, now I know how to do it. I just have to sit down and I have to plan it out. How many of you plan your content and then schedule it out? Plan and schedule. I want you to write in the comments, plan and schedule. All right. All right. So the official crown of trust says, got it. Twanda says, got it. Phoenix says, got it. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Everybody wish Phoenix happy birthday. And she got her first sale in her online school. Shout out to Phoenix. Kirsten says, got it. That wasn't Kirsten. This is Kirsten right here. Kirsten says, got it. Dr. Stephen Jones says, got it. Robin says, I need to. Plan and schedule. How many of you plan and schedule? So Stevie said plan and schedule. Now, the fact that Dr. Stevie is talking about plan and schedule, y'all, that is a miracle. It's a miracle in that, no shade intended, because I love me some Dr. Stevie. Y'all know that. But Dr. Stevie will tell you, Dr. Stevie is like boom, 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 bip. So for Dr. Stevie to sit back, I'm going to plan this out and I'm going to schedule. That's major growth. Would you agree, Dr. Stevie? And it has made a difference in her bank account. So we plan it out and we schedule it. All right. So shout out to Shakim. Elisa says plan and schedule. Tawana says plan and schedule. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Happy birthday. We have a loving community here, if you haven't noticed. Happy birthday. Shout out to Phoenix. Phoenix says, I did this week. She planned and she scheduled, and it makes a difference. So Stevie says, happy of happiest birthdays and congratulations. So Stevie, in a comment, if you can tell them the difference that planning and scheduling has made for your business, that would be great. So some of you, now that you understand this concept of one topic, one post, right? And then I showed you how to break it up into like 5 segments. So now you have 1 week's worth of content. It's much easier. But now you have to sit down on like a Saturday or Sunday or a Monday. Because if you're a hairstylist, they get off on Mondays. And now you have to plan it out. Now you have to schedule your content. Now you got to create your Canva graphics and stuff. Now you got to shoot your videos. But the thing now is you're now in full control. So you can schedule it out. I love to use Later. On Facebook, you guys, I love to use the innate, or they call it the native planner scheduler. And it makes it easier because then I can coach privately or I can do other things. But my content is constantly out there. So people know my name. They know I'm out there. And that's good. So Carla Nicole, shout out to Carla Nicole. Carla, if you can drop the link to your challenge, that would be great. I would love to share it. Stevie says, I have to get in my profit planning sheet on Sunday, so I got to be ready. Yes, Stevie is in my mastermind called Assassin, and every week we do profit planning. So we know, what are we selling this week? What's the price? How many people do we need to meet our weekly money goals? We plan out the social media. How many social media posts do we need to do? How many times are we emailing our list? And when you start thinking on that level, it really truly helps you. And so Steve, like I said, it has made such a huge difference for her. All right. So they're still wishing Phoenix a happy birthday because she's very beloved. All right, you guys. So now you're going to plan. Those of you who do use a planner or scheduler, what do you use? I like to use Later, Later, or Facebook. So while that is coming in, so now that you know how to create the content, you know how to slice it up, and now you plan and you schedule it, you have to make sure that your content, you're putting out the right kinds of content and enough. So some people think they can just post once a week and that's it. That's dead. It's not going to happen. You're going to get lost in the sauce. So don't even waste your time. So honestly, you guys, 3 to 5 times a day. You want to be putting out content 3 to 5 times a day. Now, every post is not buy my stuff, my stuff is great. No. If you're doing 5 pieces of content, one for sure is a direct pitch about your product. The other 4, you can talk about, you can bring up issues that your problem solves, and you can start to have conversations and figure out what do people really struggle with and what do they need to make sure your product is the right fit. But it should, your content should be engaging, enlightening, and entertaining. People should want to share your stuff. Like those of you watching my live right now, share it, like it, comment, and share it. They should want to share your stuff, right? Your stuff should make them laugh. Your stuff should make them cry. Your stuff should make them think, right? So whatever it is that you do, every post should not be about you helping kids in college. Every post should not be about how to grow your hair. Now, it would be, you could have some funny posts in there about like crazy hairstyles and stuff because it's related to what you're doing. And that's funny. It breaks it up. It breaks it up for people. But your content has to do a lot of things. And then it has to remind them that you're the expert. And the reason why you want to have a lot of content out there is because you want to be the first person that they think of when they want to do X, Y, and Z. So with the hair, healthy, the organics company, you want them to think of you first. When it comes to visibility, Dr. Stevie wants everyone to think of her first. When you guys are like, I want to become an online coach and I'm new, think of Shalina Diva because I specialize in new coaches. I don't care what if it's hair, if it's nails, if it's makeup, if it's business coaching, if it's empowerment, if it's goat herding, if it's cat lovers, I don't care what it is. I can show you how to take what you know and package it up. But in order for me to be the first person you think of, you must see me. So out of sight, out of mind. And too many of us, we help people to forget us. How many of you help your potential clients to forget you? You do it by not being consistent. You do it by not showing up. You do it by not putting out great content. And they'd be like, well, if you put out a recommendation, hey, I'm looking for this for my business or whatever. And then people are like, oh, you forgot about me. Well, you helped me to forget about you. I don't see you anymore. What are you doing? We don't see you anymore. You don't reach out, like out of sight, out of mind. You don't want your brand to be out of sight, out of mind. And mind you, I said this is before you even get to Facebook ads. All right, before you even get there. So I think Dr. Stevie was saying something. Stevie said, I actually looked at my profit planning sheet today to remind me of what my live streaming topic was today. Exactly. So Stevie says visibility, but credibility equals cash. So organics, what did you say wow about? Tell me what you said wow about. So here's the thing. Don't let your people, don't help them to forget you by not showing up. Because that's what's going to happen. And you guys, listen, when it comes to this online world and marketing your stuff, it is like high school. It is popularity contest. Like, get over yourself. That's what it is. Like, when you go on Instagram, they tried to change it, but the people who had the most likes, they tend to be the most popular. And so what you have to do, they got the fireworks going for you. As soon as I decide to go live, they want to do the fireworks. But what ends up happening, you guys, is because you don't take the time out to stand out, because you don't take the time out to be consistent, because you don't take the time out, like even when you go live, like you didn't even take the time out to learn how to live stream properly. By me live streaming someone last night, I met them. They said, you know what? I don't like live streaming. I'm scared. I said, honey, well, I guess you don't want to make big money. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, live streaming is the way to go. So some of you don't even take live streaming seriously. You show up, like I said, you show up trying to sell me a dream, looking like a nightmare, hair ain't combed, face is ashy. Your background is nasty looking. Your lighting is off. We can't hear you. We can barely see you. And you trying to sell me into your product or service? I don't think so. Take the time to learn how to do it, because you need to now stand out online. Because now with COVID-19, everybody and their mama's online. What is going to make them stop and pay attention, to what you have to say? And trust and believe, you guys, everything that I do is intentional. And I don't mind breaking this down. Look at my backgrounds. I figured out this virtual background stuff. And then other people do virtual backgrounds, but you know what? They don't look as good as mine. You want to know why? Because people think, oh, well, I'm just going to put anything up there, or people fall for that. Well, my computer already has the green screen. I'm like, okay, but see, I'm a professional. I have a whole green screen behind me. I have professional lights, and I'm about to invest in a professional microphone. I have a Mac Air that I only use for live stream. Like, I take this seriously. Why? Because when you're going through your Facebook news feed, or when you're on YouTube and they give you a ping, I want you to stop and look at this woman. Even down to the lip color that I wear. I wear a lip color that when I'm speaking, it draws attention to my mouth. This is all intentional. How intentional are you when you put yourself out there, when you put your content out there? How intentional are you? If you have products and services, did you invest in a professional photographer? Or if not, did you figure out how to take pictures of your product so it looks professional? You may say it doesn't take all of that, but that's what separates the people who make millions versus the people who make a few thousands. And a lot of stuff, like I say, like I tell people who they might not have the professional lights yet, then live stream during the day and get that natural sunlight. But you got to do something, right? You got to do something. So this is my thing, I am a profession. So they're doing the fireworks for me, right? I'm a professional. You should be professional about the stuff that you put out there. Those of you with podcasts, did you do a professional photo shoot for it to introduce it? Does the graphic work on it looks good? Does your sound quality sound good? We need to stop just half stepping everything and give 1,000%, because people are watching and they're making a split second in terms of, should I watch this? Should I listen? And should I believe this person? And ultimately, should I purchase? So you need to be operating on all cylinders. And then when people find out about you, they discover you. Do you have a place for them to go? Do you have a Facebook group for them to go to? Do you have an email list for them to go to so you can still stay in contact? But most importantly, do you have something to sell to them to solve their problem? If you don't have these things in place, you're wasting your time. Don't even waste money on Facebook ads. Start learning how to create products and services and packaging them up in a way that you don't have to be present to collect the money or send them a link to the Cash App or the PayPal or whatever. You have an online school, you have a central location they can go to, press the button, pay their money, they're on their way. This is what separates the people who are winning from the people who are not winning. How many of you want to win? Phoenix says, all that for my podcast done. Yes, Phoenix. And Phoenix, put the link to your podcast. She branded her podcast very well, and it stopped and it caught my eye. I'm like, wow, I don't see people branding their podcasts like this. And she's teaching a class about it. So Phoenix, make sure you do that. How many of you want to win big time? And if you want to win big time, type win in the comments. Type win in the comments if you want to win big time. All right? If you want to win. All right, I'm looking. How many of you want to win? Lisa says she wants to win. Stevie says absolutely, I want to win. So you have to step it up, you guys. You have to step it up if you want to win. Shakima says she wants to win. Twana says she wants to win. Y'all, we have to step it up. Rue wants to win. You have to step up your game. We can't be lackadaisical about this stuff anymore. You cannot do that and then expect to win. All right. So those of you who are new to me, listen. Hey, Angela. Angela says hello. Hey, Angela. Angela, do you want to win? Steven says he wants to win. Angela wants to win. We all want to win. So we have to operate in a spirit of excellence. Okay, you guys. And when you operate in a spirit of excellence and to a certain degree, people who are just mediocre and they're just like, okay, they won't understand it. Or they're like, this is good enough and I'm not going to make any more changes. My clients will tell you when they have to submit like their sales pages and their graphics to me because it needs to be right. It needs to, and it's not so much for you, it's for the person who you want to buy your stuff. And so that's why I taught them about the 4 different types of customers. You know, the customers you want to go after, the affluent and the sophisticated buyers. Your stuff needs to be together. Who, what, when, where, why, sales pages needs to be together because they're willing to spend a few stacks on you, but you have to come correct. So if you're the kind of person like, well, this is good enough, then you're just going to get good enough kind of money. And literally, you guys, by tonight, I'm probably going to have another $2,000 day. That doesn't happen by just showing up and trying to look cute or just playing. This is like, there's so much that goes into it. But this is what I prayed for. And this is only the beginning because I want to have $10,000 days, $10,000 days. I want to have $20,000 days. But we have to get there. So Phoenix says, okay, how to create a professional looking podcast, bit.ly pod, is it professional? Podfressional, bit.ly /podfressional. So check that out with Phoenix. That's her class. So she can show you how to brand your podcast. It looks really good. She actually has she studied graphic design in college. So her stuff looks really good. Wait a minute. What does that say? What does that say? I want to win. Yes, yes, yes. You want to win. I got to be careful because the people here on YouTube, sometimes they be off the chain. And I can't always see what people write. But this guy, he gave me a mouthful last night. So I have to be careful with those YouTube comments because they liable to say anything. But shout out to them. So what we're going to do now, you guys, is I'm actually going to bring up one of my star clients, our star pupil. She is amazing. And she definitely is no stranger to hard work. She's definitely no stranger to striving for excellence. So those of you who really want to learn how to market, who really want to learn, who really just want to impact more lives, and through impacting more lives, you want to earn more money, like I'm the coach for you because I'm not going to let you just slip and slide. No, because there are people who are waiting for you to get your act together so they can get their lives together. There are literally people waiting for you to show up like so they can stop wanting to kill themselves. They're waiting for you to show up so like you can help them save their marriage because you might be a marriage coach. There are some people waiting for you to show up correctly so that you can help them assist their children going to college. There are people out there who they have eating disorders or, they do a lot of emotional eating. They're waiting for you to get your act together so that you can create a product or a service that can help them. All right, you guys. So let me know what you all are into. And it doesn't matter the industry. In the online school, we can help any industry, any profession, any track, and help you to create a thriving online coaching business with digital products and services and build the online school. So I'm going to bring Shakima up. Shakima S. Perry. So I'm going to bring up Shakima. So Shakima is a new coach, like very new. When I first met her is in the middle of April of 2020. And she was like, listen, I got a book. Just help me sell more books. That's it. I was like, listen, I'll do you one better. I'm going to show you how to create digital products and services around the book. And it's, you know what I mean? It's the rest is history. She was like, let me pray about it because I just need to sell books. You didn't say that? Okay.
No,
So
it was another thing I said about that, but no, I thought about it, and it made sense when I got it.
Yeah, it made sense. So Shakima, for those of you like, oh no, this isn't for me, or I'm too new, or I just got started. I met Shakima in middle of April, 2020, and she just jumped in. She's like, I'm trusting you. And she jumped in. So Shakima literally had to learn everything, guys. She had to learn how to teach online, like how we deliver our classes. She had to learn that. She had to learn how to create a product that sells a digital product. She had to learn how to live stream with a script And then she built the online school, and she just kind of put everything together. And she thought she was going to sit back in that online school, sit on that info, sit on that school for like 2-3 weeks. I pushed her right out the birds nest, like boop. And I closed the door and I said, don't come back till you get a sale. So Shakima, how about you start there when you were in the school, and then it was May 25th, 2020. It was Memorial Day, and my students like Carla Nicole said, ma'am, you do realize that it is a holiday. I said, so what? This is what you gotta do. So Shakima, start them there in terms of like you thought you had like another 2 weeks to just kind of like
So I don't know. I thought I had a little bit more time. It was like, I was trying to get, because, I was spending so much time trying to build my school, going through the process. And I thought I had more time, like, I thought I had at least a week to still, to maybe put a class out there and things. I don't know. I just think I had a whole lot of time in my head. And then you post, okay, guys, I had 24 hours. I was like, what? 24 hours? I was just like, you got to be kidding.
With 24 hours to do what?
To launch your class, like to set it up, set a date for your class. And you said you're doing it next week. So you was like, you got 24 hours to get your class together and launch your class so you can post, so you can start, do a class next week. I was like, you crazy? I said, what? I said, don't get me wrong, I was in class, but I was so used to just learning. I was just learning I was just excited about learning. I felt like I was in school again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in school. So, it was just kind of like, oh my God, I'm gonna do it for real. It's real life. It's real life now. So.
And so you went in, okay, so Dr. Stevie, who you guys will probably meet later this week, she's a phenomenal. Dr. Stevie's superpower is she just does it. Like, Dr. Stevie should be the poster child for Nike. Just do it. Listen, she just gonna do it. So Dr. Stevie was like, okay, not a problem, because I teach you how to do whatever it is I told you to do. So Dr. Stevie went out there. We say she's Geronimo. She just jump out the plane with no parachute. She trusts God gonna bless her. That's how Dr. Stevie is. So you around Dr. Stevie, you like, what? Dr. Stevie went out and got a sale. So then Shakima pick it up from there.
I was like, oh my God, because I saw her post. I was like, she posted. She was like, bam, people liking it. So I was like, hold up. I said, look, I know I got a good class now, so I'm gonna try to post this class and see if it's gonna work for me too. So I went in and posted. It was like 11 o'clock at night. Like, it was 11 o'clock at night. I said that. I said, I'm gonna post this thing, because I think I saw her post probably like 6 o'clock in the afternoon or 7, and I was still working on my school, still working on things. So I was like, I don't care. Tonight I'm gonna post. I don't care what time it is. That's it. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm posting tonight. So I still had to get some stuff together before I posted. My school wasn't finished. I was working on my school, and so I was like, okay. So like, I think 11:15, I post. I was like, okay, and then I got to sell that night.
What? Wait, Stevie says thank you. Let me go and find Nike. Let me get that endorsement listed. So if you missed, Shakima said she was still brand new. She took all my classes up until then. She was implementing, and I'm like, kicked her out the nest, boom, slammed the door in her face. Don't you come back till you get a sale. I said, work them internet streets. And her first time putting it out there, the first day she got a sale.
First day.
So how did that make you feel?
I didn't even know it was a sale. I was like, hold on. I'm looking, I'm like, what is that? And then I'm saying, like, and I see it and I look at it and I scroll. I was like, that's a sale? Oh my God, I can't believe I just posted. Like, I just posted this, like, literally, like, maybe it had to been 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I was like, huh? So I was like, well, praise God. And then the next day I got another sale. Then I started crying. The second sale, I started really crying. Because I was just like, I could not believe this is happening to me, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just being honest. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was just, I would just listen to Shalina. Like whatever Shalina told me, I just listened to, follow her directions. I didn't give her no problems. Don't give Shalina no problems. Okay? I didn't give her no problems. Every time she told me to do something, I did it. But every time I did it, I was successful. So that's just what I did. And
Hey,
you
hey,
just
Paula. She says, "Hey, ladies, I'm loving this." Yes. So
yeah.
in my online school community, we have a private Facebook group. We celebrate everything. You ever meet them parents who's like, "Oh my gosh, did you see the way he threw that ball? Yay!" It was like, "Oh my God, did you see the way he walked across the street? Yay!" The reason why I do that is because this is a new territory you're in, and it can be scary. And I tell them celebrate everything. So when you get that first sale, celebrate, because you like, what is nothing like somebody validating you by paying you for something, right? Validating your idea. Then the second one is sort of kind of like, all right, maybe the first one wasn't a fluke. Then that third one comes in. Then you like, what the heck? Then you be like, oh, I better go back and do everything Shalina said because I'm start. And then when they start coming in, then we start doing things like we celebrate $100. Then we celebrate $250. Then Shakima, by then y'all are addicted to the PayPal notifications and Stripe notifications, right, Shakima? You addicted down.
I was looking for them. Like,
they be looking for them, right? They be like, I ain't got no sale today. What's going on? Like, because you become addicted to like excellence and earning money. Like, how many of you want to impact more lives and earn money? Like, a lot of times women, we separate the two. We want to impact people and do all this, and you forget about the money piece, but you have to live too. What is the point of you going out empowering your whole city, but your car is getting repossessed? You have an eviction notice and you don't have electricity, or how? Like, we have to get out of that, right? So you can impact and you can earn. So then it was like Shakima wanted to get the $500. She's like, oh my God, I got to get there. Because then it makes you be creative. Like, what else can I do?
Yeah,
How else can I
was
say
at
this?
like, I think I was at 222 for like 3 days, 4 days. I was like, I need some more sales. Oh God. And then I think that third day, I think I got like 5 sales. I think I hit like almost 500 at the time. I was like, I got to hit that 500.
And I was like, what are you going to do to celebrate 500?
You did say
And
that.
I
You
had
was
to
like,
slow her down. Like, excuse me,
yeah.
celebrate.
I was like, and then he said, I want to go to 1,000. You was like, Shakima, slow your roll. I know you're excited. You guys celebrate that 500. It kept me balanced because we get excited. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna celebrate my 500. So
and what did you do? What did you do to celebrate it?
I did. I got my hair done, which I need to go get done over. Praise God, amen. But I got my hair done, but I also got me some favorite food I like because I try to eat healthy as much as possible. So I got something outside of my normal regimen to celebrate that 500.
Okay. So all right. I think she got some seafood. She was copying off of me. She got some seafood.
No, that was 1,000. I got the seafood.
Excuse me. So she's the first. I had to slow her down.
No, I did copy off of you. I did because you were saying I got this. I got some lobster. I was like, oh, sure. No, because what happened was you made me think about it. I was like, I haven't had seafood in a while. I was like, maybe I should get some seafood. So I ordered some Red Lobster.
So she slowed down and celebrated 500. And the beauty of this is, as soon as she celebrated 500, something happened and you moved like catapulted to 7 or something like that the next day or something ridiculous.
Yeah, like I had a bunch of sales and then went from like it was 500 for like maybe that the rest of the day, and then overnight I think it went to like 700, 720, 730.
So she didn't. That's why I said celebrate that 5 because it could be a flash, but you want to get in the habit, ladies, of celebrating your financial wins. And then I said, all right, well, you passed the 5, now it's on to 1,000. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe if I make $1,000, I can't believe it. Because Shakima, you had done this within 2 weeks of launching your school. So
Yeah.
it was a short period of time.
It
Then
was.
she hit 1,000. That's when she copied off of me. She got her lobster. And then it was,
It wasn't lobster. It was
oh,
crab. I told you I don't like lobster. Okay.
okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm like,
So sorry. So sorry you're not that cultured. So sorry. So sorry. So so,
whatever.
it was like a matter of celebrating, and then you crossed 1,000, and then you got to over 1,000. It was like, oh my God, I'm over 1,000. I was so happy. And then it was like 1,100, 1,200. I think now, where are you now? About 1,300 now?
Yeah, I'm over a little over 1,300. I'm pushing for that 1,400, going to that next level. So
Going to the next level. And so, and Shakima works hard for hers because she's always trying to figure out. Remember, I'm talking about content. She's always like, is there another way I can say this? Is there another way I can do this? Live streaming, like she's really going for it. And she's
I work
figuring
hard.
it out as she goes along.
Yeah.
And so, Shakima, if you don't mind sharing this with people, about what the $1,300 signified to you in terms of, okay, let's go back to two things. Remember, she came to me with this book. She was all like stressing me out over this book. I got to sell more books. How many of these books would you have to sell to get $1,300?
Well, I have to get my math.
She got to get her calculator.
I do. For $1,300. Let's see. So it's okay. I do 1326. That's what I'm at right now.
1320. Yeah, you have to organics. You have to celebrate. You got to celebrate yourself because that helps you to stay fulfilled along the journey. If you don't take the time to celebrate, you'll never be fulfilled. You're always reaching for that next thing, and then you'll look up like, I got this money, but I'm not happy. I'm alone. I'm whatever. So she was just online before now. Yeah. So she came. You just did a live stream before you hopped on here.
I did.
Yeah. So Stevie said, okay. So how many books would it take to make? How many
Uh,
books would you have
I
to
would
sell?
have to sell 78 books. 78.
Okay, so she would have to sell 78 books for 30. How long would it take you to sell 78 books?
78 books. It all depends. I mean, I would say my first 78 books I sold, it probably took me. It might have took me like a couple months.
A couple months versus 3 weeks.
Yeah, it took me a little while because I think right now I have 38 sales for $1,300. So that's less than half.
Right. So 38 of her digital products equals the $1,300 versus 78 book sales.
It's kind of like half and half. So it's like I did half of the work.
Half of the work in a fraction of the time, right? Now, also too, if you don't mind, because Shakima does work a full-time job that she loves. She's very good at it. But she has different things she wants to do. But the thing is too, Shakima brought this to my attention. And if you want to share it, if you don't, just let me know. But Shakima was like, yo, this is really powerful because she started saying this is how long it would take me to earn this where I'm working. And for some of you who are still working, when you realize that you can just take what's in your mind, I call that your acres of diamonds, and you learn how to create products and services, digital products and services, get your online school and sell it, and you can bring in money using this that's equivalent to what you're making at your job or a little bit more. Like that's pretty profound, don't you think, Shakima?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so what was your, like, if you don't want to expound upon it, fine, but you brought that up to me and I just thought that was powerful because a lot of people don't realize there's so much in you, and so she was like, I love what I do, but didn't that just encourage you more and inspire you more to work harder on your own business though?
Oh no. I got cut off. Shoot.
Oh, no, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay,
I can hear you. Oh, she got cut off. So that was the whole point, was that she'll come back on, that she was able to earn a lot of money using her mind and creating digital products, right? That can rival what she was earning at her job. And those of you and so Shakima helps people who are still working to want to prepare for their own business, she helps them with that. How many of you are like, yo, I'm working in, if I can bring in a nice chunk like that to supplement what I do, how many of you will be with that? How many of you would be with that? Stevie says, absolutely. I'm a professional CISO. Okay. How many of you will be with that in terms of bringing in that kind of money? Right? And if you're still with me, let me know you're still with me, because Shakima got knocked off of the thing. All right. So let me know if you can still hear and see me. Because you're all right. Let me know if you still hear me. Say hello or something. Okay. Let's let me say. Still here. Okay, great, great, great. So literally, you guys, since April the 12th, when I got super serious about my brand, my business, and really I run my entire business through my school since April the 12th, 2020. I have earned over $43,000 since April the 12th. Since April the 12th. That is more than most people's annual salaries. I did it in 9 weeks. 9 weeks. I think I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And the thing is, I'm not unique. Dr. Stevie, she's on par. Like, Dr. Stevie, where are you at with your sales? Her school has been open for 1 month. June 25th will be 1 month. Dr. Stevie's on par to earn $10,000 in 1 month. Yeah, so thank you guys. Let me, you can hear me and see me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so how many of you, someone said, so Paula said, I would love it. Steven said, yes, you guys, it's possible. Or you guys can still, it's possible. Now, granted, I do put in the work. Listen, I put in the work. I love what I do. To me, it is not work. To me, it's not even work. Let me tell you, to me, it's not even work. I love what I do, but it's possible. It is so possible. So Shakima's on her way back. Okay, so Organic says, I believe you. It says, yes, I would love to do that. I'm interested in selling Christian and inspirational t-shirts. Yep, you can definitely do that. To sell the t-shirts, but you know where you're really going to make the money? Taking the inspiration that's on those t-shirts and then creating programs, products, and services that can help those people wearing those t-shirts to actually live what you're saying on those t-shirts, to believe what you're writing on those t-shirts. That's really where the money is, right? Here, Organic says, it's a lot of sacrifice, but worth it. Yes, it is. So Shakima is back. Shakima S. Perry is back. She's back. So the question I left you with is, when you told me about like that $1,300 and what it signified, I was just telling people how when you really get streamlined, when you really get focused and you go in there, how much income you can bring in, like you saying, to either supplement what you're already making, or at some point to overtake what you're currently making. So that really touched you and inspired you, and I think that encouraged you to keep pushing and to keep going, right? Oh, we can't hear you. So while Shakima is getting herself together, Dr. Stevie has earned 7,000. What did I say? 600. Let me see, get real close. $7,654.30 since May 25th. All right, that's what Dr. Stevie has done. All right, so let me see. We can't hear Shakima. Mute the mic. Don't mute the mic. Something is going on. So does anybody have, as she's coming on, does anybody have any questions about how do you now create your products and services, have these schools, and then to be able to market it so that, you know, people will know that you are out there, and then know that you can help them. That's the main thing. Your content is problem-based, so you're addressing their problems. You're letting them know you understand, but then your product or your services should be the solution that you offer to them. Like right now, if you liked what you heard, you love the camaraderie, you love that we celebrate each other, you love that we have this warm community, you love that we're earning money, then I offer to you join the Build Your Online School program. It's only $247, and I'm letting you know on Saturday I'm shutting down the program. The reason being is that I am revamping it and I'm actually maturing it and growing it up because I have so many results. And when you get results, you raise your price. And in this program, when it comes back out, it's going to be $997. It's going to have a totally new name, and there's going to be a lot of great stuff in there. So those of you who are like, listen, if you feel like I don't really know what I'm going to sell, that's not really the question to ask. Get in it. You're going to learn to change how you think, and then you're going to turn into a selling machine like Shakima. Shakima she creates a new product or service almost every week. She doesn't sell it every single week, but she's creating, and then she plans out when she's going to promote and sell. So Shakima, can we hear you now? Maybe go out and come back in. Okay, she's gonna go back out and come back in. So does anybody else have any questions for us? If you're in the school, type yes in the comments. If you're in the school, those of you who are like, listen, this sounds good, I could use this in my life, go ahead, let us know. Join the crew, join the crowd. You will love it. You absolutely love it, everybody. God is so good. All right, I'm trying to look over here to see if I have any questions. Those of you who have questions about the school, someone says, trying to look. This thing is so small. I can't see what this is. Someone is saying, Paula says, okay, how do you come up with the idea of what will help others as well as marketing for yourself? Do you mean, is that just a general question? Or is it once you're in a school? Because when you're in a school, we help you with that. But in general, it says, how do you come up with the idea of what would help? All right, so if let's just say we take organics hair, I would assume it's like helping people to have healthy hair, grow their hair, be long and strong. What are the problems that people have who would need your thing? Well, they don't have healthy hair. They probably don't have a routine for their hair. They don't know how to care for their hair. They may, like on an emotional level, they may think their hair is ugly. They may think it's not beautiful. So you would have to help them begin to see that their hair is beautiful. Their hair is an extension of them. They should celebrate their hair. Then you have different routines and processes to help them to better care for their hair, all that kind of stuff. So then you create your content and your program solve problems. So you think about the problems that your ideal clients have, and you think about a problem that your product or service can solve, and that's how you come up with products and services. And then how do you market it for yourself? Back to the beginning, your content needs to be problem based. It needs to address the issues that your ideal clients have, like what keeps them up at night. I hope that answered your question in a nutshell. So organic says sounds great. Stevie's in there. Swan is in there. Kirsten, she just joined last night. Kirsten's in there. Charlene Day. Hey, Dr. Charlene Day. All right. Francine says, do you work on your, I don't understand what that is. All right. And so Dr. Stevens says, yes, I can use that. One problem, one piece of content. Yes. That way, when you do the one problem, one piece of content, okay, Paula, she got it. If you use the one problem, one piece of content, it helps you to become a content marketing machine. And then people consume your stuff. That's the part that y'all miss out on. You're like, no, I ain't gonna listen to what she's saying. I'm gonna put all these topics into this one piece of content, right? You're gonna put all this you're gonna put this content into all these topics into a piece of content, right? And guess what's going to happen? Nobody's going to read it. Content is meant to be consumed. Let me just tell you what I'm celebrating. So thank you, Organic. She just gave me $10 on YouTube. Woo! See, on YouTube, when you watch, you can give me money. So she gave me $10. Thank you. You're my first person to give me $10. Shout out to that. I tell people money chases me. I don't chase money. I don't chase clients. So shout out to that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So definitely check her out. And organics, write down your website so I can flash it across the screen. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So Shakima,
Yes,
I
I'm
think
so sorry. There's so much going on. I don't know. I got like 3 products I had to get on. It's crazy.
Okay. All right. So a question is, Francine said, "Do you work on your pace?" Was that your original question? Do you work on your pace? What do you mean by pace? And so organics, type write down your Facebook page, your IG website, whatever it is. I will gladly promote you. I have no problem with that. So Shakima, this was the
Yes. Can you hear me now?
yes. The question was, what
Okay.
did that $1,300 mean to you in terms of being able to supplement your income or to keep working so that it supersedes your income? Because I think
Um,
what I remember that conversation we had about that.
um, I mean, I'm being honest. When I hit that $1,300, I cried because it was just God's way of saying, I got you. No matter what. Like because when it comes to having, working for someone, you don't know what could shift the change, and to know that you have a business, a coaching business that you can continue on no matter what. It just it made me just grateful to God that He's a provider no matter
Mhm.
what. That's what it meant to me when I got that $1,300.
And it was even though like you're learning the ropes, it was so much easier because it's your own business. And then what
Mm-hmm.
I love, I did a live stream a few weeks ago, and it was called, you have acres of diamonds within you. Like for
Mm-hmm.
us, when it comes to this online coaching, we don't have to push products. We don't need to worry about auto ship. We don't necessarily have to worry about recruitment and stuff like that. It comes from
Yeah.
within us. We have to market
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, but like we are the product. That's why I'm so big on brand. So all my women know, my clients who mostly women, when I tell y'all when we getting on the screen, what do I say, Shakima?
Hold on, what you say? Oh God.
About y'all's appearance.
Oh, the way we look.
Yeah, what do I always tell y'all?
You got Dang.
I
I'm
say look
sorry.
pretty.
Look beautiful. Like, I
That's
mean,
what
you
I
have
say,
to,
look
yeah,
beautiful.
look beautiful, and make sure your background's together.
I tell them
Don't
look beautiful, make sure your background's together.
make
'Cause
sure
it
you're on
all
point.
matters. You need to be on point. Like right now, I just started live streaming to YouTube again. That's a whole new demographic.
Mm-hmm.
This is their first impression of you, so they're learning a story. But you can't, I tell women, and women think, oh, you're being vain. No, I'm not, because if I'm being honest, as a woman, don't
No.
we check out everything?
Yeah, because when you're human, you look at the outer appearance. It says the Bible says, "Man look at the outer appearance, God looks at the heart." So in actuality, we can say,
Um,
well, they're gonna see my heart. They're not gonna see your heart. Nobody can see your heart, but so you have to look presentable, and because you're a professional, you're a profesh, like you say. you know,
okay.
you got to look right. You can't just be
Hmm.
looking like anything. So,
Yes. So
and it's not
like,
like you have to wear makeup, like have eyelashes on. Like, cause me personally, I don't wear my makeup and eyelashes all the time. Sometimes I just throw on a little bit, put a little bit of lipstick on, little bit of shadow. I don't do a whole lot sometimes, but just look presentable. You can't be looking like anything, and then you should want to. Why not? I mean, it's your business, your coaching business. You're going to always be seen because it's virtual. So why not look beautiful? Why not take care of yourself? Why you want to look like anything? That, to me, I feel like that's a little deeper than just coming on camera, because
hmm
you should want to look nice. You want to look presentable to the people you're coaching, because they're looking at you. They're looking at up to you in a sense.
hmm
So you gotta,
yep.
you have to be presentable, and you coming off like a professional. You can't come off professional. You looking like a hot mess. You can't.
You
It's
want you
true.
want people to be like, I'm about it. Oh, I don't really know if he look crazy. So
Yeah.
like Phoenix said, and it's funny. Phoenix, it says be camera ready. Okay,
Be
so the
camera ready.
question was what is the pacing? Okay, all right. So thank you. And thank you, Dr. Stevie, for doing it. So the pace of the online school is it is self-paced. However, like all the information is there. I suggest you take each assignment one day at a time. So if you go according to that in 1 week, spending only 30 to 45 minutes a day, you will build your online school. And then the following week, you're going to start selling. Now, what I've done is now when you come in, you have access to the information. They still go in order, but it's so good. It's so easy. Things that they probably spend thousands of dollars with other people with no results, or years of trying. I have a gift of teaching. I make it easy. It's very well laid out. You just follow directions, and you're like, "Oh, can I go to day 2?" I'm like, "Knock yourself out. Do what you want to do." And so now they're building their schools quicker, but
Yeah.
it's up to
I'm like,
you. Like,
that
yeah,
blew my mind. Like, come
the
on.
new people, yeah, they built their schools in like 3 days now,
For
and then
three
they going
days,
out
what
getting
is?
sales the next
That's
day.
what I'm
Like,
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's hustle right there.
that's hustle. But it's like what happens is when you come in and you see it, and then the community, when you see people like Shakima posting her wins. We just had a woman who she does IT. She's an IT background. She got her school built, and a local nonprofit approached her and was like, "Can you teach our volunteers about Facebook and whatever?" And so she just got the contract today, and I think it's like $50 per head, and I think her first class is going to be $1,800. That's with a contract.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, so Shakima does
I'm
this.
looking for that contract. Praise God.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Phoenix just sold her first podcast class, and it's her
Yes,
birthday. So she,
Phoenix. I was so excited.
yes,
Yes.
we celebrate, and you just be so pumped, like yo. When you see people earning money, you like yo. Let me get myself together because it's an environment of winning. It's an
Yeah.
environment of accountability, and we're happy. And it's two brothers, Dr. Jones and Dondra, but it's all other women. And we're
Yeah,
just
most women.
like, finally, people are seeing results, and you will like love the people in here. You really would. So Rue says, you wanted questions about our students in Zoom class. Wait, you wanted questions about our students in Zoom class. I don't know what that means. So I hope Francine, is that Francine? I hope I answered your question. So we have women with small babies who are killing us, crushing this class. We have full-time people on their jobs, like Shakima, who's killing it. Dr. Stevie, she's a full-time entrepreneur. She's killing it. We have people who are Twanda. Twanda is in graduate school. She's killing it. We have people who are taking college classes and killing it. So it's not like it's overwhelming at all. And once you do it, and then you get the courage to put yourself out there, it's the sky is the limit. So I hope
Mm.
I answered that question. Yes, it's very motivational. Would you say so, Shakima?
Yes, absolutely.
And Shakima,
I'm
can
definitely motivated.
and you guys, let me show you the powerful Miss Shakima. Shakima, can you put the credit class in the comments for me, please? Can you please put the credit class in there?
Okay.
Because the first thing with your, because a lot of people are like, I don't know what to teach, Lena. I don't know what to teach. And this is my thing. I say start with what you know and what you've shown. What you know and what you've shown, meaning like on your Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever. People know that you can do this, right? Start there. And so Shakima was like, I know what I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna teach a credit class. I took a credit class, and everybody, let me tell you, she's following my way of coaching. I don't believe in info dumping. Like just don't give people a lot of information. So what we did was Shakima, I said, take your time, teach people, help them to
Mhm.
implement, because people get like scared about things. And so Shakima, I took her credit class, and I just wanted to share with you guys something that she helped me to do for myself, because I'm like, man, my credit is like, it's so jacked up. I'm such a far way off. Woompty woompty whoomp. And then
I just put it in there.
okay, you just put it in there. And by Shakima like impressing upon me to go for it and to do it, right? Because even the coach needs a coach, right? By Shakima impressing upon me to do it. Did you do your homework, Shalina? Did you follow through? I said, all right, let me
I was on Shalina. I was like,
I
let's
was like,
go.
man, let me just go ahead and do it. Let me show you all what this is turned into. So this is Shakima's elevate your class,
Elevate your score,
elevate your
credit
score class,
class.
right?
Hmm.
All right, so let me show you the possibilities that Shakima has created for me and my family, because I want to get a home. right? When I get her home, let me show you what she did for me. And I was like, oh, it's on. Like, oh, I'm a lot closer than what I thought. And that takes, because a lot of times you think, well, I'm gonna just teach the class. I'm like, you can't just assume just because you teach something that people are going to get it. So Shakima was like, do this, do that, open up this account. And I said, all right, I'm gonna do it because she ain't gonna leave me alone. Because if I don't leave them alone, so how can I expect her to leave me
Pretty much.
alone?
Pretty much. We
I'm
follow
like,
what our coach does.
yeah, they follow after me. I'm like, I'm not gonna let y'all be alone, right? And so that's Shakima's class. But do you see that? A 764 and then a 602. Because I thought my stuff was like bad, 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 like Michael Jackson bad, right?
Michael
No. And
Jackson.
so she was like, okay, so now she's gonna help me to really elevate it, really take it to where it needs to go so that I can achieve and do those things that she know I can. And that comes from having a coach that's like, just don't give them the information and lead them to their own devices. The problem is people don't implement. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
get results like this, if you want to get support like this, go and sign up for Shakima's class like right now.
Yeah, because I have a group, so y'all
She
guys
has
could
a group
jump in.
that can help. So we're not just saying this. This is what we really do. This is what we really, really do. There it is right there. Does anybody else have any? So Shakima's class is right there. Just type it in just like that. Um, all right, good stuff. Excellent credit. Yes, thank you. So I'm working to really make it like excellent, excellent, because there are things that I want to do. So Stevie says, I'm so excited that you did the class, Phoenix. I remember when you were not sure about launching. Yes. So we support each
Yeah.
other. Another thing, Stevie has a podcast class, Phoenix has one, and I believe Sandra has one. And they're all selling because they have a different focus and emphasis, and they have different people that they sell to. So it's not like, well, Shakima got a credit class, I can't create one. Yes, you can,
Yeah.
because
Sure.
Shakima has her system and her way of doing it, and she talks to these people over here, and she's Shakima S. Perry, and you're
S.
who you
Dot
are.
Parrot. Let me stop fun.
Right? We have a couple of people who teach people how to write books. So what? So don't feel like, oh, because so and so is doing this, organics. If you decided you wanted to come in, we have a young lady who's helping people with healthy hair care, healthy hair journey. But she's not you, right? You're not her. And so we have to get out of this whole like this competitiveness. Like there's
Yeah.
abundance. There's enough for everybody out
It's
here.
enough for everybody. You're
There's
right.
enough for everybody.
Hmm.
And we're
I
all
used to think like that. I used to think like that. Like, oh, somebody gonna take my stuff and, well, getting all crazy. But I had to change my mentality of, that it's about us being together and working together. Because when you work together, you're powerful together.
yes.
So it's like that mentality of, oh, I ain't gonna tell her because she gonna steal my stuff. Go God, because it'll go in your head. And the thing is, even if I do feel a certain way, I'll be like, the devil's a liar. I'm like, I ain't thinking like this. No, I'm in a different place in my life, different mindset. Shalina, and also what this school teaches you is a different mindset. It's not only that you build a school and be like, okay, you're building the school. Your mindset changes because when I met Shalina, I was jacked up. Let me stop. I wasn't. I just like, no, when I met Shalina, I was in a different mind frame. Not saying I was in a bad place, but it's like when it came to believing in something on another level, I wasn't there, because at the beginning, when I started the school, I wasn't confident at all because, I'm a new coach. It's something new that I did. So I was doing. So, Shalina had to, encourage me because I was scared. I was like, oh God, I never did this before. God, no, I'm scared, and, she encourages you, which I really love. She says the right thing at the right time. I don't know. The Holy Spirit must be talking to her because she'll say the right thing, at the right time. I think one time I think I was going through the product creation class and I was just sitting there in my room and I was like, God, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. This is a lot. And then I think I inboxed Shalina about something, and then I was just like, I think I was asking a question about the class or something. I don't know. And then Shalina was like, I'm gonna take great care of you. That's what she told me.
Like, just
And
trust me. Just
yeah, you
trust
said
me.
trust. You said this trust me. I'm gonna take great care. You know what I did? I cried like a baby.
Oh.
I did because I was like, oh God, because I was already bugging out. So I was like, thank you so much. I mean, that it felt like God was speaking to me through her. That's what it felt like. Like
Mm.
God was saying, I'm gonna take great care of you.
Sophia, shout out to Sophia. She said there are 7.3 billion people on the planet. No crabs in a bear bucket mentality
I know
needed.
that's right.
It's enough for all of us out here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, yeah, so Shakima, thank you for trusting me. And also to you guys, like, when it comes to online coaching and really being successful, it's a new world. And you just can't come up in the new world thinking you running stuff. And what I
No,
love, I have a saying. I say respect the
the
tech.
tech. Respect the tech.
Because you could come up in like, I ain't gonna listen to what she needs to. I don't care. I got this. Whatever. It's not that hard. I've seen people do Zooms all the time. I don't care. I've seen people do
Listen,
live streams all the
no.
time. I don't care. That technology will crack your face. Won't it? You know?
No, I when I came in, I was like, whatever you want me to do, what you want me to do? Because I didn't know. It's like I was in a position that I didn't know it all. And like I know I don't know it all anyway, but I was in a
Mhm.
position that someone knew more than me, which it was a good position because that's something I prayed for. I wanted to connect to people that knew more than me so
Mhm.
I can learn and grow. Because if you're around people that y'all probably on the same level or they can't really teach you anything, your mind can't grow. So
Mhm.
with Shalina, I was like, man, that mind, her mind, that brilliant mind.
Thank
Wow,
you.
you
Listen,
got a
I think.
brilliant mind. I'm serious. I'll be
Let
like,
me tell
we should
you.
be coming up with this stuff. Oh my God, it'd be so good. I'll be
I,
loving
you
it.
know how I come up with it? For one, my mama always said I get my brains from my daddy. I'm not sure. But what I started doing at the beginning of this year, I started celebrating. This is what I want to leave you with. I started honoring, celebrating, and being grateful for my gifts and talents and my mind. Like, I'm a thinker. I want to get paid to think. I just started saying, God, I have a beautiful mind. I have a sound mind because it wasn't always that way. And I have a creative mind. I start
Mm-hmm.
thanking God and start thanking Him for your gifts. You might be like, I'm not that. No, no, no. Just be grateful for who you are. I started falling more in love with myself. And for me, I
Mm-hmm.
went through like a physical transformation because I was like walking around with depression and sadness. And I was like, you know what? I need my outside, my outer appearance to match my inside. I
Right.
needed my outside to match the brilliance that God has gifted me with. And so when you like, all right, I'm gonna take the time to make sure I'm put together because I'm representing the king, because I'm representing the kingdom within me, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
representing what God see you move differently.
That's true.
Because my confidence is in him, but I need to show y'all that confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely. You got to demonstrate
you
that.
have to demonstrate that. You have to
Mm-hmm.
demonstrate my confidence. You know, the Bible says the righteous shall be bold as a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And you a Christian, you being scary. And like,
Yeah.
okay, and
You're
then
right.
another thing, like and Shakima just share this story with them.
What's the
Even
story?
you can still earn money, you can still make mistakes and earn money, correct?
Absolutely. I
Tell them
made a
about
whole
that
lot of
first
them.
class. Tell them about that first class.
Oh Lord. Yes, that first class was like,
So you had made 1,000. Did you make $1,000 on that class or something?
yeah, I pretty much made like the thousand. I made like because I had made some money from my second class too, but pretty much I made close to 1,000 for that first
Okay, so
class.
pause for the calls 1 second. One
Mhm.
of the things I teach you guys is to pre-sell. So pre-sales means you come up with the idea, the concept, sales page, the graphics. You set a date when you're going to teach it, and you hit the internet streets and you start promoting it. You haven't created a thing. You haven't done anything. I don't want. I
Mhm.
want you to teach it live. So you're selling people on an idea. So
Yeah.
by the time you get to your class, you're pumped up because people have expressed interest and they paid you. So at this point, Shakima has like a nice full crowd. They paid her.
Yeah.
She did her slides and all that. Do it.
Oh God, my slide didn't come up. Respect the tech, because my slide was not coming up, and it was like I think somebody put in the chat said, "It's nice what you're saying, but I wish I could see your slide." I
And
was
Shakima
like,
was just
I
a
was like,
going.
what? I was going. I was talking, yeah. So da 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 da. They was like, she's saying good stuff, but I can't see nothing. And then I think somebody was sending me messages, and then finally, I figured out the slide went through. And then, okay, it was 2 times. So the first time I had no slide up. I went probably through at least the introduction of who I was. Then the second time the slide didn't come up. Then I went through almost the whole thing of this introduction again. And then the third time I was nervous. Because I was like, damn, I gotta say this thing one more time. And then I did it the third time. And then the wonderful thing about this part, this is the best part. So after I was done, everybody was like, oh my God, it was great. You did a great job. I understood everything. I taught just like Shalina Diva. Oh my God. Then it didn't record. So I'm looking, I got like 5 minutes of my whole presentation recorded, right? 5 minutes. And I'm like, Shalina, let me tell you something. One thing I can say this, I'm gonna finish the story, but one thing I can say, you got to get a coach to do this. You got to get a coach because Shalina is such a great coach. Like if you in the bind, she'd be like, girl, do this, do that. Don't worry about it. So I said, Shalina, what I'm gonna do? I got no recording. People pay for this product. They gotta watch it over and over again. She's like, you gotta do the class over. Do it over. And then she gave me some tools to do it over. Like, hey, do this. And I did the class the second time. Recorded it. And then the crazy thing about it, when I did the class the second time, I got about 4 or 5 sales out of that class. So I got like more sales because I did it twice. So I said, oh, well, I mean, the Lord wanted to give me more blessings. Amen.
Could you imagine? And she was just imagining. That's happened to. That's why I say respect the tech, humble yourself, practice before you go live. Because then one person, she was like, she was in my live stream class, right? And she just knew she was going to kill it. And then some habit, it's like the delay or whatever it was. And she was like, oh my God. But see, you get to practice in my group. I tell you, make all your mistakes with me. So when you go out there, but even when you go out there, I wanted Shakima to share that with you because a lot of women suffer from perfectionism. Oh, It's not perfect. Like, listen, you can still be imperfect. You can still mess up. You can still impact lives. God can still use you, and you can still earn money. And people will show you grace and be like, no problem, Shakima, we'll come back for it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and then,
okay,
let me tell you the second one, everybody got shut off again. And then I said, y'all come back on in 5 minutes. But you know what? I can say, yeah, like you said, people was like, don't worry about it. They wanted the information. They didn't care none about all that stuff. They didn't care about all the technicalities and all the different things that happen. They like, look, feed me the information, fix what you gotta fix. I don't care.
Yep. And that's
pay you whatever.
When you do a great job. So before we go, those of you, we want you to check out my free Facebook group. You will love it. I love my Facebook group. I think it's fun. We talk business, but we also have fun too. Like my latest post was like, Lifetime has casted. They decided to do a biopic on your life. Who do you want to play your love interest? I did Blair Underwood because he could play crazy and he could play loving very well. So we do all kind of fun stuff like that. But we talk business, we talk shop, and so join the Facebook group. Get to know me a little bit better. If you liked what you heard, get in this online school. If you want to increase your credit, get into Shakima's credit class, right? Get into Shakima's world. All right, you guys. So we're going to hop off of here because we need to go to bed because we're on the East Coast. If you have any questions, join my Facebook group. You can ask me questions there. Check out this online school and just jump. Just jump. It's a whole beautiful world waiting for you. And some of you, and even like the organics, even though you have a company, you sell the hair. Listen, you'll always earn more teaching what you know than doing what you know. So if you do hair, when you do hair, you're limited by your time. But if you teach people how to do hair, and if you teach people how to start up and run a successful hair thing or how to create a successful hair care line, now you've created a product or service and that you can scale that. So you'll always earn more teaching what you know than actually doing what you know. So hopefully some of you will join. Dr. Charlene Day says jump. Stevie says I put up my love. Oh, who's your love interest? Stevie, who is your love? Wait, I think
Yeah,
was it
let me. I want.
LL Cool
Wait,
J?
where you? Who you put up?
I put up Blair Underwood.
Oh yeah,
Stevie, who
Blair
did you
Underwood.
put up? Charlene Day said yes, it's a fun group. I forget who Stevie was. I think I remember, but I forget right now. I
Oh,
think
this
I
about
did say
the post that you. I didn't
yeah, you
comment on
didn't
that
see who
post.
you yeah,
I,
that's fun. All right, you guys, so we're out of here. We're gonna go. Oh,
I'm done.
Ti, yes. Stevie put up Ti. Ti is your love interest, Stevie. Oh my God, let me find out. You trying to
Ti.
come for Tiny? Oh my gosh, Stevie. Wait, and Dr. T, she put LL Cool J. I'm like, wait, really? A lot of
LL.
women had Idris Elba. Um, Denzel was one.
Mm.
So we had like the run of the mill. So we ain't, we ain't, yeah. So receive that. Yes, you will always earn more teaching what you know than doing what you know. Oh, Phoenix said, Phoenix, you had T.I. too? Oh, no, that was, yeah, Stevie had T.I. Phoenix said, and Shalina said, really, I did. I said, really? Like T.I.? But anyway,
Yeah.
whatever floats her boat. All right. So, all right, you guys, we're out of here. I hope that you enjoyed. If you found value, can you put a V in the comments? If this is your first time discovering me, put a 1 because I need my clients to see when you venture in new territories. I need them to see the power of live streaming. Shakim is a believer, but put a 1 if this is your first time discovering me. Put a 1. Right? You found value. Put a 1. All right. Paula said, "You guys are crazy. Love you." Yeah, you have to join the group. We have so much fun. So, organic said value. Yeah, organic said value. Ruth said value, value. Lena said, "Oh, I missed it." All right. And if this is your organics, isn't this your first time meeting me? Candace says value. Do you see, Shakima? Do you see the red circle? They're from YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I see that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah.
All right, greetings. Okay. My point being is that Organics just met me and she gave me $10 on YouTube. That just goes to show you all it doesn't take a long time to turn a prospect into a customer or to get somebody to buy your stuff, but live streaming is the way to go. All right, so the creator, this is their first
Wow.
time.
You too.
YouTube. All right. So that's the power of YouTube. So you guys, thank you so much. Please share me. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, you guys. And we will see you on the other side. Everybody, be blessed. Enjoy the online school, like right now,
Join the
before
online
it
school.
goes away.
Get
Get it,
in
get it.
because it's shutting down on this Saturday.
It's
Saturday's the
shutting
last
down.
day.
And y'all gonna be on
And
the
Shalene not
outside. Like
playing.
I'm not playing. I
She
am
ain't
shutting
playing
it
no
down.
games.
Yep. So see the organics, the first time, right? Dr. Stevie. All right, you guys, we gotta go. Have a good one. Good night.